bleed.
Greetings, you rebel scum. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Nick.
And who is that? That's Dave, hiding behind a Boba Fett helmet.
Yeah, sorry, I
We're the
was
Goslings.
hearing the original Jeremy, and then I was thinking about the new Boba voice, and I couldn't remember any of the quotes.
That's okay.
He's no good to me, dead. Because I'm New Zealandish now. I'm a Kiwi.
Is there an actual light on that? What is that?
Yes.
Are you aiming for something? Are we aiming for relevance? Is that what we're trying to do?
Yeah, we're aiming to not suck like Disney Star Wars.
Already, this is better than anything Disney could produce in the Star Wars universe.
Just about.
Let's get this party started, man. First of all, real quick in the chat, who do we have? Sakatish? What's up? You know it? Tricky subject. What's going on? Kenneth Ranks in the chat. Hello, good evening. You're having a laugh is in the chat. My goodness. Very cool. Oh, Mama Manager, local. Good evening. Glad you guys are joining us. Let's
Ian.
Ian Brown's watching. What's up, dude? Already better than Book of Boba Fett. 100% agree.
Yes.
Right. Very good. Well, let's start off with a toast.
Yeah, why don't you lead?
I probably should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Take your drinking vessels, fill them with blue milk. Take up the broken saber of your father,
And strike down the enemy.
Strike down the enemy.
Once and for all.
Cheers.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th. I can't drink with a helmet on.
You can take it off.
Does anybody have a sippy cup?
You need a straw.
Yeah, but not a Disney paper straw.
No.
Real quick, if you're watching, accept our apology and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Take up the broken sword of your finger, strike down the subscribe button, smack that bell.
Smack it like it owes you money.
You heard the man.
Keep your YouTube pimp hand strong.
Smack it like a Chinese spy or a rebel spy.
And if you've already smacked it like a rebel spy, hit the like button, share, hit something. Hit something.
Or a Bothan spy.
Is that a Star Wars reference?
Many Bothans died to bring us this live stream.
Good.
All right. Should we do our sponsors?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do the sponsors.
This will be fantastic. All right. I'll start with the sponsors, then we'll jump into it. Of course, we have to mention our sponsor, Joel Cherico from ChericoPottery.com. He is a master potter. He made the Kothon Spartan mugs. This is the replica of what the Spartans drank out of. He designed these in collaboration with the great Stephen Pressfield. He handcrafts and hand paints every single one of these mugs. They're beautiful. You need to check them out. Go to ChericoPottery.com. Get yourself a Kothon Spartan mug. Drink like a man. Drink Kothon. All right, you got to take it off now so we can see.
Kothon kind of sounds like it should be in Star Wars and not actual history.
It sounds like a Star Wars. It sounds like a Star Wars name.
It totally does.
A race or a creature?
Yes, it totally sounds like something that should be living under Jabba's palace.
Mm-hmm.
It gets really hot in there, especially when you're dented.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all a little warm. This is my son's canvas Jedi thing. I'm gonna take it off now. I think we've made our statement.
Obi-Dad Kenobi's about to disrobe. Bust out your credits.
I was gonna say I might keep going. Give me some super credits.
Don't think that there isn't like a slave Leia outfit specially fitted for Nick somewhere in this Tiki Niki lounge.
Yeah, there's you'd be surprised what's behind that bar back there.
Yeah. We have Vader stand to watch. So
Jonathan, that beard when you removed your stormtrooper helmet, I could see that you were in fact a true Imperial warrior. Tell us about that.
Yeah,
manly.
I'm a little,
mane you have going on there.
aren't you a little hairy to be a stormtrooper? You know? Yeah. It's the source of my force-like powers. You know, is the beard and the hair, and that is all thanks to Giordani Jovanovic hair and skincare products made by men for men, or as I like to say, be as sexy as you are deadly. Give 007 a run for his money. Awaken your inner John Wick. That's a good Star Wars one.
I also did it today as well. I have the beard oil and the beard balm. So
Yeah. Looks good.
yes,
Man. Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
This is the way.
This is the
sir.
way.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Stay true to
I've
the
spoken.
way with Giordani Jovanovic hair and skincare products.
That's right.
Mike Fisher is the owner and proprietor of Giordani Jovanovic, and he is a dear friend of the channel, and he has provided us with some amazing products. And I literally...
Who's scruffy looking?
It's perfect.
Yes.
Not there, you know. I literally took a shower this afternoon just to utilize the shampoo and conditioner, and due to circumstances, it had been a couple days, so
You've been busy.
a little
You've been
bit.
busy.
Yeah. So
I bet it was glorious.
oh, I smell great.
I don't
Yeah.
smell anything, which is great.
Well, cancels itself out.
There you go.
You know.
Awesome.
So yeah, if you want to get some hair and skincare products, go to JardaniJovanovic.com. He's a big fan of the channel and a big friend of ours, and we love Mike Fisher dearly, and he deserves our support. He's super based. We like Mike a lot. So
Yeah, go check him out.
He needs, he deserves to have your support as a member of the Gosslings.
That's right.
So,
That's right. So Gabe Bello Music is joining us tonight.
yes.
Joining us on Star Wars Day, May the 4th. What is this? What does your shirt say?
Actually, I got to.
that's
I don't know why. Yeah, hold up. We got to flip it
There you
around.
go.
There we go.
Thank you.
There it is. Nice.
It's a grab. It's a trap. We can't return firepower of that magnitude. Let me tell you, the more I live stream, the more my impressions are getting like next level.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that Gwildor last night, I made myself giggle. I ain't even joking, bro. Only one of you, Kevin. Only one of anybody.
We're not talking Masters.
He-Man.
It was pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Oh my-
You never told me you were a song master.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone in the chat know what in the world Gabe is talking about right now? I do.
Oh, we're gonna let the quotations fly.
Let's do it, man. So, are you? Tell me about your Star Wars preference. How do you identify? Are you in a Ridge Tridge?
Yeah.
Well, I am a child of the '80s, so that is the standard.
Okay,
That is the standard. I remember.
but you're willing to compromise some of your principles. And
Not too much. Not too much. The sequels are acceptable for they are still George Lucas's creation, and outside of
it's sequels or prequels?
prequels.
Oh,
Prequels. No, see, but what do you mean sequels? There are no sequels.
There you go.
There's some fan fictions that they spent like they put billions of dollars behind, but I ain't no Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
If you're wondering where I stand, y'all.
There you go.
I have done several podcasts of other nerddom geekdom, just going through the multiple layers of poodoo, of bantha poodoo, that is the War Stores sequels. You know. It was so funny. My daughter asked me the other day. She's like, "Daddy, is Rey a Skywalker?" Because I've told her it's like you're not watching those. She's like, "But why? I want to see them." I'm like, "No." It's like we're gonna watch we're gonna watch the shows first. We'll read some books, and then maybe we'll watch those. But I know once we've done all that, the movies will be completely relevant. And
Yeah, we're gonna watch Caravan of Courage before we watch the sequels.
Oh, dude, I'll watch both Ewok films before I.
Oh, is that
They're better.
And and they're not good.
They're not.
Oh, no.
But you still get what's his face? He's the Lucky Charm. Wicket.
Warwick
can-
Davis.
Oh yeah,
Warwick Davis.
yeah. Wasn't he Willow?
Willow. He was Willow Wofgood.
Mm-hmm.
Willow, you idiot.
Uh,
Billy
he-
Barty was also in
Ian
that
says,
film. He was
Ian
the
says-
head wizard of the town.
You got to give your daughter Heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
These on books.
where we're going. Yes, you got to
read
do
it, right?
Yeah.
She is. She just finished Charlotte's Web, and we're getting her there. Her mom is a voracious reader, and I enjoy novels. But I'm a guy. I get a book, I read it in 2 days, and then I don't read another book for like 2 or 3 months because I'm working. So. If I could read and make music or read and exercise at the same time, and actually last year I did like 13 or 15 books last year in audio, but I haven't tried a novel in audio form yet. Mostly I don't know if I'm going to like it. So, but it's funny. I have a hard time finishing like informational books in real form. But in audio, it's like preaching, so I absorb it much faster.
Yeah.
You're
But
an you're an audible person, so
Yeah.
being a musician, so yeah, it lends itself.
You got to be careful though, because sometimes you might. What I've experienced, I won't read for a long time, and then I'll find a novel and say, I'll just try it out because I'm so busy. I think I never have time to read, and then I find a novel and I get so into it that I don't get anything else done.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me. Like when I go back and I read through the Chronicle of Brothers by Wendy Alec or Frank Peretti, dude, 2 days max, on a single book, 500-800 pages, and I'm just I do my work, I do what I got to do, and then it's the book.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? If you guys are all right, I'm gonna put the chat up here on the screen with us.
Oh
Beautiful.
yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Let's
And Ian is such a
Oh.
kindred spirit, man. This kid. This kid's gonna ride with us for a while, man. I hope he's gonna ride with us to the end of the journey because
yeah, he seemed pretty cool, man. I saw him on your live stream the other night. He seemed
he's
all
hip.
right.
He's hip to it, man. Any kid you can be like, you can say the word Nephilim and they don't look at you with a question mark doesn't physically manifest itself over your head.
Yeah.
Ian, no offense if he calls you kid.
Oh, he's a kid. He's a kid. He's a kid. I mean, compared to us, I mean, I think I'm almost old enough to be his father. Kind of interesting. I'm owning that, man. Like my older brother's getting close to be. He's gonna be 50 pretty soon, and I'm like, man, I'm rounding the bases. But as much as there's, man, the knees are starting to get a little sore doing squats in the gym, and there's a lot, there's more grays. There's lots of pros. I can call people kid. Kid. I can be like Han Solo.
Yeah. All right, kid.
Hey,
Don't get
kid.
cocky now.
Yeah.
It says I don't read anymore because I can't stand the narrator voice in my head. So cringe. That that's everyone hates to hear the sound of their own voice, and there is an element of that. When I read a book, I'm hearing myself read it. I'm basically reading to myself. You can hear your own, your own voice as the narrator. So
That's why I got to create character voices.
Yeah, speak
Yeah,
for
you do.
yourself, kid.
The more you do it, though, the more you listen to other people, do those characters. You start to hear it. You start to hear their voice. Yeah, that's what happened with us and Adam.
Oh yeah.
As I was writing, I'm hearing my voice, right? But I had listened to so much Adam that as I was writing, I was starting to hear his voice.
Oh,
What
yeah,
he
for
would
sure.
make the character say.
Yeah, Adam Burrell's input as the narrator of our audiobooks actively changed how some of the characters were written as some of those books progressed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the power of a good narrator.
And we got to point out that our good friend John Bernardo
Yes,
is
John.
in the chat. What's up, man? I'm glad you caught a live show.
What's up, amigo?
Yeah, we
John
decided to
Bernardo?
do one live on a Thursday, so
Yeah, we're doing a special May the 4th edition. Hence Darth Vader guarding the Jardani Jovanovic back here. The one person in any galaxy who could maybe defend himself against John Wick.
maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean that scene in the corridor in Rogue One, was pretty intense. But John Wick, I don't know. Maybe. Right?
I don't know. I only saw the first John Wick.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's in Rogue
But
One.
have you seen Vader versus Batman by Bat in the Sun Productions?
No, I have not.
No. I've seen.
It is I tell you, Bat in the Sun, their fan films are better than half of the Marvel films, a third of the DC films, and like 95% of what Disney's done with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which isn't saying much on the last part, but no, seriously, their fan films. They have a series called Superhero Beatdown, and it's basically all the stuff you do in comic books, or you do with your bros. Like, man, Captain America would kick the snot out of Wolverine, or Batman, or what would it be? What would a fight be like with Predator versus Wolverine? Thor versus Wonder Woman, and
I have a funny story about that.
Interject.
First, I just want to say real quick, for anybody who is watching or has tuned in and is maybe not super familiar with the channel, Gabriel Bello is a good friend of the channel's. He has been a massive help to us with some back of house stuff for the algorithm. And Gabriel Bello also has his own channel on YouTube called Gabriel Bello Music, and just had a new single drop. Jesus is worth more than 4 chords.
Jesus deserves more than 4 chords. I got
Jesus
the T-shirt right here.
4 chords. So everybody needs to go check out Gabriel Bello's channel and check out the music video for it. And there's some other music that we hopefully will get to as well. I also, while we're on that subject, show the T-shirt. Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Lower it just a little bit.
Oh, yep.
There you go. Nice. Dude, I like the emblem on this. I like your logo on the sleeve. That's
I can't remember which sleeve it's on. Is it left sleeve or right
Right
sleeve?
sleeve. Right sleeve.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Flare it
Love it,
out
man.
there.
Love it.
Show everybody.
And it's nice and soft. That's why I
Yeah.
wear it in 90% of my streams. Corey Sampson, what's up, brother?
We do tri-blend for all of our
Happy May the
t-shirts, and it's a huge one. Yep. Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, Corey. May the 4th be with you. And also,
May the 4th be with you, young Skywalker.
and while we're staring at it, I want to give a shout out to John Bernardo. We've interviewed John several times as well, and he's a good friend of the channel. He is a comedian and a writer. He wrote Just a Typo, which is very funny. It's kind of a book about cancel culture. John was one of the first people we ever interviewed, and John's super cool. Everybody should go check him out. Tricky had an awesome comment down there, by the way. I said, Ian, I am your father.
Dang it, he beat me to it. I was going to say, I might be even Ian's father. You never know. Say hi to your mom for me, just in case.
There's a great...
But Tricky beat me to it. I got to give that to Tricky.
There's a great story from Ben Affleck. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Kevin Smith who talked about it. But he said that like Ben Affleck would have this thing where like if anybody was giving him any guff on the set, he'd be like, yeah, well, I'm your father. I'm your father, which is like a more demonstrative white way of saying I'm your daddy,
Very country club.
Yeah, so I've started
very Dick Van Dyke.
I like to do a little style around my house. I look at my son in the eye and go, oh, yeah, well,
I'm your huckleberry.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't know what that means because he's too young to watch Tombstone. So, that's that joke against the rocks.
On Sunday,
Daddy, what's a pimp? There's no pimps in there's no pimps in Star Wars. Let's watch that.
Oh yeah, there is.
It's
It's
those things
called,
on your face. That you
yeah,
pop.
let's pop in Return of the Jedi and watch the first 30 minutes.
Oh, that's true.
Jabba the Hutt. Pimp.
Oh no, he wasn't a pimp. He's just this. That's slave's different from a pimp.
He's a
Pimps and-
mafia boss, but girl on a chain and a bikini.
So
We split details about here.
I just realized that you could actually play boats and hoes when they're going to the Sarlacc.
Dude, I'm all about it. Yeah, I think that'd be hilarious.
Do boats and hoes. Do boats and hoes. Do. She's not lie.
Thanks, John. The force is strong with you as well. And then Corey says, Lando, at least dressed like a pimp. I mean, no one else in Star Wars had a purple cape.
Yo, where's this Kane? Because he's got a cape.
Have you guys ever seen? I've shown them to Nick, Gabe. I don't know if you've ever seen them. John, you would really like them too. There is a YouTube channel called Aural Knots.
Oh
That-
yes,
Yes, Aural Knots
Oh,
does
yeah.
like
seagulls.
subs of.
No, that's bad lip reading.
No, it's bad.
Oh, that's Baplet Reek. Yeah,
Aural Knots does basically that, but with all of the Star Wars movies.
Like he goes through the whole movie.
Yeah, and it's usually truncated.
Yeah,
you know?
curated
Yeah.
scenes, but it's the whole.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It's been a while. It's been a
And-
while.
Lando is hilarious in that because he's just a pimpalicious brother, man, in the whole thing. He's like, "You want a beer? Yeah, you do. How about a beer? Yeah."
Cloud City malt liquor,
Yeah.
thick as the clouds.
Colt 45 miles up in the air. Put you. It'll taste so good. It'll put you in carbonite.
John asks, "Is that better than
The shit-
Krabby Flute?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
Krabby
he's
Flute.
Flute, which is a great YouTube channel.
Oh man,
You
yeah,
gotta go check that out.
that's a good one. Yeah,
You've heard that, Gabe, right? Have you seen that?
I don't know if I have.
Oh,
it's
they
pretty
do,
funny.
yeah.
John turned us on to it. Yeah,
They take iconic songs from pop culture, and someone's playing a 6th grade band flute
yeah.
over the melody.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
I've never been to the channel, but I've heard
Oh, it's so
the
good.
recordings because they've done I think probably the first one was 2001. Yep. Beep, 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 beep. They do it with they've done it with or maybe I think the most famous one, if they're the ones that did it, was the My Heart Will Go On from Titanic.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they did that
yes.
one. Yes, that's
Yep.
the one. Yeah.
Bloop, bloop,
Kinda like,
bloop, bloop, bloop,
Give
bloop.
thanks video.
Which
know,
one?
The give thanks video where the guy's playing the soprano sax. Yeah. Ouch.
If you guys have not, do you know? Did you see I fixed
Oh,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because you didn't change his playing. You took the whole song and moved it up and down to match.
I took the chords and made it, dude. Do you remember Yankton Mingwa?
No.
Tom Yankton Mingwa, he's a guy. He was one of my roommates at Lee. He's gone on. He's been on. He was a member of the band for Rascal Flatts. He's now in a band with Jay DeMarcus, one of the guys from Chicago, a guy that was very famous.
We don't know who any of these people are, Gabe.
Chicago. I don't.
Chicago, like the band Chicago. You know Chicago. That's from the 70s and 80s. Anyways, he's in his super band. So I sent that to him, and I think he said he watched it for like a week because a couple of those chord changes were just absolutely. I mean, I made them work in that guy's favor. So it was a labor of love.
What's your favorite Chicago album? Favorite one?
I've never actually listened to a whole Chicago album. I just know the hits and a couple of the songs that I've played with other bands.
Okay. All right.
Man, I remember Chicago getting a lot of play in the late 80s coming out of our eldest brother's room.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're the reason in my life. You're the inspiration. Karate Kid Part 2.
I sang that at a wedding
Nice.
when I was
What?
17.
Who's wedding?
17? Someone from church, from my youth group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was
okay.
like 19. I was about 17.
saying,
She asked me
so
to
jealous. I
sing
missed
that.
out.
Oh yeah, and
You met
here, let me tell you something. I butchered that song
Yeah.
publicly.
Mhm.
I almost ruined the wedding. It was so bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it was in Idaho, so they
Yeah.
still thought it was great.
Yeah.
Big fish, little pond. That
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Dude, Napoleon Dynamite is
That's what it was.
100%. 100%.
Accurate.
accurate.
Yeah.
That's real.
Probably still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe not so much with all the filthy Californians.
Dude,
living
it doesn't
out there.
resonate
you
with
know.
people from Idaho. It brushes up against their psyche. That's how real it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It was
Well,
like
with
that
it-
happened last
It was,
week.
dude. Those characters, man, they
Mhm.
nailed it. That's what it was like living there.
That wasn't the song from Karate Kid 2, though. Karate Kid 2 is the Glory of Love.
Yeah, but it's the same song.
Fair
It-
enough.
It's essentially the same song. It's Peter Cetera,
Yes.
who people either love or hate, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's different from older Chicago, but it's good. I mean, it's good, especially when you consider today. It's like unobtainium.
Yeah. The closest thing that that really gets that I found to that, as far as just like style and talent, not necessarily the same genre, is Last Shadow Puppets. Maybe Arctic Monkeys, like 2 or 3 albums, but that first Last Shadow Puppets album is like so singularly
I have never heard of them.
talented, dude. It's good. It's like it's the
Is that hard rock or metal?
No, I mean it's rock. It's Brit rock. So it's the lead singer of Arctic Monkeys and the lead singer of the Rascals, and they were like this like best buds duo, and they got together and created this band called the Last Shadow Puppets, and it's like the whole first album is like 1960s kind of like James Bond sounding music.
That's cool.
It's awesome.
So it was good. It was before grunge.
And it was like mid to late 2000s.
Oh, it's after grunge.
Yeah, that was
wow.
the weird thing about
Oh,
it was
yeah,
that
see.
like it came out around the same time as like the Mighty Boosh. There was like this whole new like new wave of British, entertainment.
Yeah.
That was coming out at the time, and
You know,
it was really cool.
After the late 80s, early 90s were great, but when grunge came around, I lost all interest in music.
Oh yeah,
Totally
absolutely.
lost it. Never got back into it.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on like old school Bruce Hornsby. That's like my. Jam.
Oh, well, that's just the way it is, man.
Yes, some things will never
Mhm.
change.
Fun fact. The show I played last Saturday in Knoxville for some mega rich people with the Billy Joel tribute band. The guy had just done sound for Bruce Hornsby like a few days before.
Really? Wow.
Yes, I was like, that's it. That's a show you want to work, man. That's a show you want to work because music is happening.
Oh, for real.
I mean, it's not John Williams,
I got to see him live.
but
once.
it's music.
Yeah. Oh, he's awesome. He's not it's weird because you look his lyrics. He's not the greatest songwriter lyrically.
But it feels good.
But it feels awesome, and the musicianship is so.
Yes.
Good. So it's not perfect, but it's certainly like. I mean, I've listened to. I own every one of his albums, and it's almost the only thing.
I celebrate his entire
I
catalog.
do. We celebrate the guy's entire catalog.
So what you're saying is you're going to do your own fan edit, and you're going to take out all of John Williams' songs, music, and you're going to put Hornsby in all the Star Wars.
I mean,
That would
why
actually-
should we
why
change? He's the
not?
one that sucks. I'm just gonna keep going with the Office Space. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I promise.
No, the 90s was the 90s had some amazing music, man. It was actually one of the most diverse, and it's funny, Rick Beato talks a lot about that with the you had diversity in popular music before, going back into the 70s where it really started to branch out, but everybody kind of lived in their own little schism, If you listen to folk, you didn't really listen to anything else. If you listen to country, you didn't listen to to R&B. But in the 90s and this is where VH1 and MTV were helpful. I mean, man, you'd watch a song by Tim McGraw and then Tupac Shakur and then Michael Jackson, and you just had all these different. I mean, I always mess people up when I put on my playlist if I'm driving to a gig, because it'll have STP, and then it'll go to Brownstone, which is like this all female R&B group, and then it'll play a Tupac tune. I don't listen to a whole lot of rap, but there's a couple Tupac songs I'm just like, yeah, it's good.
I am so musically illiterate.
Stone
I
Temple
have no
Pilots.
idea what you just
Dude.
said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, STP, man, Stone Temple Pilots, man, that Interstate Love song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that has to do with Star Wars, but it's a great song. Actually, that would be a good song for like I don't know, when they're doing something in a Falcon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see it in there when they're dodging like the TIE fighters in Empire.
Okay, Gabe, I got a question for you. If you were a character in the Star Wars universe, what would be your name? I already picked mine out. I told Jonathan earlier.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you mine.
Oh,
Both of you, actually, you and Jonathan both. And you guys in the chat, what's your Star Wars name? Let's see it.
Well, I think there's some kind of recipe. I did this like a long time ago. It's like you just shift letters in your name, and that's like your Star Wars name. So,
Well, I'll start. I'll tell you guys. Mine is Dad Bodakin Skywalker. That's me. Dad Bodakin Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
I'm trying to find the guy's name. There was
Snooky Wookie.
No, there was a yeah. You know what? Let's just go with that. Yeah, I'm the Snooky Wookie. Yeah, I do that every time I yawn. Mm-hmm.
what was that?
I said in college, were you the dorm trooper?
No. Yeah, I don't have a funny one. Like mine was like Bien Gello. So it's like the first part of my middle name, and then you take the. I'm telling you, man. Like I take
the into Star Wars, man.
I get the nerddom to a whole other level. I mean, come on, man. Look at the. I don't know if you can see it because I've got
You
the
got a
private
Mandalorian helmet, right? We saw the Boba Fett earlier. You got a Mando helmet, right?
Mando helmets over there. I've got a couple lightsabers in that lighted stand back there.
Grab the Mando helmet. Let me see
Right
the Mando
before the stream, I was recording that song for May the 4th, and my Luke saber, which is an LED saber, which is, dude, this thing will give you a seizure. It's so bright. And yeah, the battery decided to die like 3 hours ago, and it takes 4 hours to charge. I might put it in there before we're done. You want to see the Mando helmet?
I want to see the Mando helmet.
Yeah. It is nice.
Yeah.
That would be my name, John DeLorean.
Oh, it's beautiful, John DeLorean.
I like that.
That's
I like
nice.
that.
Because then I got a Back to the Future crossover, and then I can go back in time.
Tricky Subject says, I'd be Obi Lost.
Ian Brown said, I'd be Captain Glad Pelion.
Nice.
And the
Yeah.
light does
I
actually
only know
work.
my poor name.
Or do you? Brown chicken, brown cow.
Oh, let's do it. Put it on. Let's see it. Oh, it's got the light.
Do it. I gotta hold up.
Yep.
Do it. That is DEW.
Mm-hmm.
Do. Like the dew in the morning. Do it.
Do the do.
Anakin. Your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
Oh yeah, I guess I could put my headphones.
That is awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
And even though
You know,
it's
I'm gonna
not
go- I'm
metal,
gonna go ahead
it
and say
doesn't.
it.
You know,
I'm
it's
gonna-
hard to tell that it's not metal.
Yeah. Gabe probably can't hear me right now, but I think Mando's helmet's cooler than Boba Fett's. I'm just gonna say it.
It is.
I think it's an upgrade. I think it's better.
It
and
is.
I love Boba Fett's helmet. I think it's awesome.
Well, I mean, and here's the crazy thing, dude. Like this is like actually, it feels like a helmet where this feels like you're wearing a curse word trash can. I mean, look at the size of this thing, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is ridiculously large, man.
That's awesome.
You gotta have a big head.
You got to have a big head.
Head, paper, new.
Head, pants.
No!
No.
Why don't you go cry yourself to sleep on your huge pillow?
Look at that.
It's a virtual planetoid.
It's a right pointy in places.
Why don't they make movies like that anymore?
With his wee beady eyes and his, oh, you're gonna eat my chicken.
But yeah, other than Luke Saber, man, like this one is. I really like this one, especially after. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with one thing that they actually did recently that was actually pretty dope was the Tales of the Jedi. I don't know if you guys have watched that on. Well, you guys probably don't have Disney Plus because it's, y'all are gonna have to forgive me. I feel like I'm directly funding the Antichrist's campaign.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, trust me. That's I'm like that albino in that Tom Hanks movie. I gotta whip myself 14 times a night for having Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But they have this thing. It's an animated thing. It's a series of short stories. One focuses on Count Dooku, and the other focuses on Ahsoka Tano. And the ones with Dooku, bro, it's like when you're a kid and you're watching Magneto and you're like, he's a bad guy, and then you get a little older and like, I don't know if he's a bad guy. Now, when you get full grown, you're like, no, I'm on Magneto's side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally on Magneto's side. Just either kill everybody or go to your asteroid and just leave everybody. Just abandon the planet. Captain Planet, he's a homo.
In your tree.
I had to censor as I was singing that. I thought of like 4 different like stronger words for that, and I was like, "You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't." What's another one? Hey,
Can't say anything.
it's on YouTube. I'm a bigot.
Gabe, I'm pretty sure you could get a lightsaber silice to self-flagellate with, but I think you'd have to get it at a very specific.
What do you think that's for?
Store that you can only go to over 18.
You've seen that one pastor, right? It's for the butthole.
Can we play the Kenyan quote?
Yes. Why are you gay?
Kids.
There is no gay in Star Wars. There's no gay.
It's not for kids.
I'm going off the rails.
Oh no.
I gotta donate to Ron DeSantis to even it out.
We have the Kenyan quote on there that.
Yeah, it's not there.
Why are you
No.
gay?
Yeah.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay? Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What was so good, Corey? You have to tell me what it was so good. You have to tell me what exactly, because I know that was like 2 minutes ago, and I went off the rails. Let's come back.
Ian says, Gabe, you got to donate to Ron DeSantis to even it out now.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I believe in the Republic. I believe in democracy. I promise as soon as this war is over, I will turn back my powers.
Corey
This
says
is-
Jedi stories. He's talking about Jedi stories.
Oh, yes. Dude, I'm telling you, man, you really see Dooku is a tragic character. And it's like, oh my gosh, they can write. They can tell good stories. But it's mostly Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
And you can tell when his stuff is interfered with.
Mm-hmm.
American Cars asks, did we read this month's most hateful comments yet? No, we have not. I haven't actually selected them, but we're going to go through and find them.
Yeah.
And because that's something we do in the Illuminati Afterparty. And things kind of changed last minute. We were going to be originally, is it okay if I say this?
Yeah, absolutely.
We
Yeah,
were
I was gonna
originally
talk
going to
about
have Micah Turnbow was supposed to be on tonight, but we had to reschedule with him. It wasn't a good time. So we're rescheduling that. We thought, well, let's do our Illuminati Afterparty tonight instead.
it.
Gabe was kind of, since it's May the 4th,
Yes.
Gabe was kind enough to join us. So, yes, we are going to read some nasty comments. But what I want to do is I'm going to read these nasty comments to Gabe and let him respond.
Oh, do I do it as Vader? Do I do it as Arnold Schwarzenegger? Or do I do it as the Emperor?
You do them as just do a different impersonation
There we go.
every time.
We'll do them all as Gwildor.
Do them all.
Or Al Pacino as the devil.
I'll give you 2 as Gwildor. Let's not exceed 2.
Why don't you Gwill don't?
I got it. That's great. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's so good.
He-Man! I got to work on my Frank Langella Skeletor, because that...
By the way, while Nick is pulling up the comments, I just want everybody to know I'm going to say like something that is metal blasphemy right now.
Okay.
Because we were talking about 90s music.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this out there. The 90s was the best era for Metallica.
I don't think many people would disagree with that.
Let that
Oh.
marinate.
Would they?
Yeah, they would.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Something more recent in most people's minds?
It's after they cut their hair. They called them Alternica. Yeah. Dude, there were so many greasy, long-haired losers.
Brent Talica?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what they were after St. Anger, you know. Because there's a picture of, like, James Hetfield in, like, some board shorts and a V-neck t-shirt standing on Rodeo Drive holding, like, some gift bags while his wife was inside shopping. Discounts! Killing me! All that I can see! Absolute sales! Yeah.
All right, Gabe, first comment. Ready?
Caps. I'm ready.
Chris Caps joining. What's up, man? Good evening.
I am
ready. First comment is from Maggie May. This was on our Happy Flat Earth Day video that we did.
I got to go back and watch that.
Mark
I can't believe I missed that one. I forgot about that one because it was on a Saturday.
Like, no, you don't.
No,
you don't
you
have to watch
don't.
it. It's...
No, you don't.
Was it not good?
No, well, Maggie May says this was best show ever. This was best show ever. Your reply.
Oh, let's see. Best show ever. Good. Let the hate flow through you.
Let the flat flow.
Unless it's not sarcasm.
Then your journey to the dark side will be
complete. She, like her father, is now mine.
Mine. All right. Let's see. On our Ryan Peterson video, Angel Black says, okay. First of all, she's commenting on our Jardani Jarvanovich promotion.
Oh.
Okay. She was making a comment. Angel Black says, oh my, I thought you said beer bong when you actually said beer balm. You're talking about beard balm.
Uh-huh.
She thought we said beer bong.
Yeah.
Gabe, your reaction.
Cue Chewbacca combing his hair back. Putting his hands back. Let the Wookiee win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, man.
Which I think says more about her than it does about us.
Yeah. Did somebody say cake?
Yeah. I was told there'd be cake.
Did somebody say beer bong?
Mm-hmm.
Just tell them they'd be punching pie. Tell them they're punching pie.
Man, there are so many comments on the Tim Cohen interviews about Charles III being the Antichrist. Can't find any real hateful ones, though.
Lizard people.
Come on, YouTube. Give me some of that hate. I want some of that YouTube hate. Not you guys in the chat. We love you. Don't make me kick you off the chat.
Yeah. I don't know. You know it's getting pretty close there. I'm like, you're new, you know it, but you're wrong. And I don't ever want to hear that on my channel again. Ever.
Here's one again on the Happy Flat Earth Day video.
Yeah.
From someone named Flat Squatch.
Oh, yeah. We need to get Flat Squatch and Tricky together.
That'd be awesome. That's a great name. Dude, Flat Squatch says, every day is Flat Earth Day. Just go outside. Get away from the lie box. Interesting. Gabe, your reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I heard millions of voices cry out, and then immediately they were silenced. That's no moon.
That's no moon. That's
a
space station.
That's a flat disc.
That's no moon. It's a plate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dome.
Okay. Okay.
Flat Squatch.
This is on our most recent video with Derek Gilbert, where we're talking about the mysteries of Israel. Someone mentioned Catholics in because there's, the Catholic Church, of course, in Israel has, churches all over the place. They preserved a lot of sites. I don't know what comment he's referring to because they don't reference that. They'll listen to a 2.5-hour video and comment on like one little thing that was said halfway through, and you have no idea what they're referencing. So this is totally out of context.
Time code, please.
Yeah, he doesn't say, but Squish Bits comments, why do you say Catholics are Christians? Some may be, but most follow canon law rather than the word of God. Gabe, your reply.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must.
Well done. Very good.
If you're not with me, you're against me.
We should just start replying to all comments that are difficult in nature with Star Wars quotes.
Or Dune quotes, actually.
Yeah.
I would honestly just be like, the righteous? ? Exclamation point to everything.
Well, I could do that, but in order to keep with the theme,
Indeed.
for this guy, he's not a Dunian.
This is on one of our more popular videos.
Yeah.
Will Nimrod return? Gary Wayne.
Mhm.
Someone named John D. I'm not going to say his full name. This is a rather hateful comment.
John.
He says, dude, shut the F up. Let your guest talk. That's why we are here, not to hear you. Gabe, your reply.
Oh, dang it. I just used the Ben Kenobi silenced ones. Hold up.
He's probably, I interrupt Gary Wayne quite a bit. He's probably talking about me. Sorry, Gary.
Nah.
I don't know if did my sound my sound cues aren't coming through, right? Because I think I muted my sound coming through to you.
Now we can hear you.
Gotcha. Well, that's when so that's when Vader, he starts choking the Admiral. He's like, "I find your lack of faith disturbing."
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah,
That's it.
one of my favorites.
Don't choke on your aspirations.
That was a Gator. That was Gay Vader. He had that like swishy sass to him when he walked around. I'll tell you, man. Like, there's a difference between like the three people who played Anakin or Vader. Like, David Prowse was the man because David Prowse
Was a man.
Yeah.
he was a bodybuilder.
6'9" bodybuilder.
Yeah, and you can tell like
Trained Superman also. Fun fact.
yeah,
Christopher Reeve.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yes.
But when Hayden Christensen is wearing the suit, you can tell, and when whoever the other dude is wearing the suit, you can tell. It's not David Prowse. Also,
Because Vader had them noodly arms.
there's only one Anakin Skywalker, and it's Sebastian Shaw.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Go, my son. Leave me. You already have. You already tell your sister. You already have. Dude, watching that live with an orchestra, man, chills.
Yeah.
But I had to say something about when he said, so you're saying the new Vader is Yiddish? Because he would be Gavader. Lord Gavada, would you like some Gavada? Would you like some Gavelta fish? and I can hear the jokes going through Jonathan's head right now.
I'm gonna tell them.
That's a mighty white helmet you've got on there, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. Custom fitted for my ideology.
Oh, man.
You can't withstand jokes of that magnitude. You'll stand better against that racism, and we just might take a few of them with us. Oh, Christopher Reeve won't stand for that. Oh, too soon. Too soon. That's when we need the crappy flute. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep. Yo.
Chat. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
Good evening. Good evening. Chris
Listen.
Camp, going back to Gavader, Lord of the Give Empire. Or the Empire.
The Gempire. Yeah. Chris, is that an ER reference? Are you an ER fan? It's one of those if you know, you know. Kind of
Tricky
thing.
subject says Brokeback Vader.
Yeah,
Dude, that was great.
That's awesome. So good. Man, I'm sorry, guys. I should have been prepared with all these nasty comments. I'm really trying to find some. Man, people have been rather tame over the past month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone is basically just agreeing with everything our guests say.
Oh no! Have we entered an echo chamber?
I think
Okay,
YouTube,
okay.
algorithm has kicked in, and now they're just showing it to people they know are not going to engage in a hateful way.
Mm.
They know what people want to watch. And I guess that's a good thing.
To an
But-
extent, yeah. I mean, you want to reach the people that need to be reached. Of course, it's funny. I saw this thing on Instagram today. Apparently, there's somewhere in the United States they have this animatronic of Robert Wadlow. If you don't know who that is, he was the tallest man. You know, they say the tallest man that ever lived. He was like 8'11", 9 foot tall. You know, the American guy from Indiana. You know, died at 26, and it was funny because 50 to 60% of the comments were, "What about Goliath? What about the Nephilim?" I'm like, whoa. And but the funny thing is, the other half of the comments were, "Oh my gosh, these Christians with their mythology." And I was quite amused. I'm like, wow, people really be finding out about the Nephilim out here.
You know, people are really hyper specific with their particular flavor of doctrine. For example, there's this guy named Celebrity Royal Taking Over America. That's his YouTube handle. Commenting on the Charles III video we did with Tim Cohen. And he says, if Charles is the biblical... of course, Tim Cohen puts on this 2.5-hour presentation, you know, identifying all of the little nuances in Charles' coat of arms and paralleling that with all of the markers we have in Scripture of the Antichrist. And it's a really compelling presentation.
And he calls it a presentation.
Yeah, it is a presentation.
Yeah.
And he goes through he has a very strong case. 2.5 hours. Celebrity Royal Taking Over America decides to just drop in and make sure everyone understands the truth. If Charles is the biblical AC, then he will go to war with France. That's the king of the South. See Daniel 11:21-45.
Nah.
I wish I could tell Celebrity Royal that I do, in fact, read those Bible verses every time someone recommends them in the comments. But, Gabe, what is your response?
A prophecy, Miss. What is it? How does Yoda put it? Anyway, it's I'm it's not gonna be exact quote. Yeah, a prophecy wrong and wrongly interpreted may have been.
That's not from the original Tridge.
No, it's from the prequels. It's from actually from Revenge of the Sith, which many legit Star Wars fans put in second or third place in best of all Star Wars films.
That's your favorite of the first three, right? Oh, of 1, 2, and 3.
It's the best prequel for sure.
Helmet's coming off for this.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, come on. It's on now.
The most infuriating things I've ever heard.
Can't see a thing in this helmet.
Yeah. The prequels are crap. Irrefutable, undeniable, irredeemable crap. Here's how bad the prequels are, okay? Revenge of the Sith is the best of the prequels. That's like saying it's the least smelliest cat turd. But you don't need... Here's how bad the writing is on those. You don't need to watch either of the first two. Like, they're completely irrelevant to get the story of the prequel. Because the whole point of the prequel is the downfall of Anakin. Well, everything you need to know is in that third movie. It doesn't matter where he came from.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon doesn't matter. Dooku doesn't matter. No one matters in any of... Padme doesn't really matter. Like, you could literally, like, see the Tridge and then go back and watch Revenge of the Sith after that and be like, oh, they made a movie about the downfall of Anakin. And it's kind of crappy, but, like, yeah, it's all right, I guess.
Compare them to 7, 8, and 9.
They're okay. So 7, 8, and 9 are.
Oh wait, are you gonna? Oh, do you know? I just realized you didn't title the video what we talked about.
Oh, what? I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
What The Last Jedi did? It committed murder.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, Nick, he had the best title of all time. Like, we might have to do just a separate video just talking about this film for 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. Because simply because of this title, people will click on it.
All right.
Yeah.
He said this, and I said, Jonathan, that is the best.
Well, I've talked about it before on the channel. Yeah. the prequel or the sequel trilogy. I'll say this before I get into that. The sequel trilogy is really well made from a technical perspective. Like, you know, the music's great, but the music's always great. The special effects, the location shooting, using actual props, like it looks, if you put it on mute, it looks great, you know?
Stunning.
Yeah, but the ideology and the politics behind the sequel trilogy makes it absolute
Voodoo.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So like that one, like the prequels are above the sequels as not only being creations of George Lucas, and the sequels being, I think, like you said earlier, Gabe, people said it in the comments too, fan fiction.
Yeah.
You know, the sequels, I ignore the sequels. Here's a great thing about Star Wars. Star Wars is fictional characters. So you can literally, I can't take credit for that, by the way. That was Ben Affleck from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back who did that. Genius move, by the way. It was not.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
Great. I love that. I really enjoy that film, Cockknocker.
So, like, that's funny. And so here's the thing. Like, you can just choose whatever you want. You know why? Because it's all fake. So guess what? A Ridge Tridge, actual gospel, Star Wars. You know? Revenge of the Sith, like it's a wash. First two,
He's gonna put. So he's gonna say the prequel trilogy is the apocrypha,
yes,
and the OG trilogy is this is the canon word.
yes, that is canon, and the sequel trilogy is like
The Gospel of Mary.
the Gospel of Thomas, you know, or
Yes.
the Gospel of
Judas.
Bartleby, you know, or some crap that doesn't even deserve.
Wait, did you say Bartleby? Did we just go into Dogma?
I knew you'd get it. That's why
He-
I did it.
This
I
is
knew you'd get it. That's why I did it. I'm crazy.
I love these guys. Just kill one of them.
Just kill one of them.
Waffle, what does it mean to have a plethora of Star Wars films? It means you ignore 3, and 3 are okay, and 3 are very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
but I will say this. The Star Wars, the lightsaber battles,
Oh,
the
they're
lightsaber fights in the prequels smoke all the other films, including Empire and Jedi. Now, story and drama, the fight with Vader and Luke in Jedi has more weight. But dude, the first 20-30 seconds of Obi-Wan and Anakin's lightsaber fight in Revenge of the Sith still takes my breath away, man.
I have to agree with Gabe on that. The choreography for the lightsaber fights in the prequels
choreography
was awesome. The lightsaber fights, the duels were awesome.
Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, dude,
And what's
that
really- and
hits.
And as everyone knows, the best scene in Rogue One is when Vader, when they're
Kills a bunch
tying
of-
the prequels to the original trilogy, when he comes onto the ship.
That's a horror film, dude.
Going down the, it is a horror film, but it's that prequel choreography.
Yeah.
With the setting,
Yeah.
the stagecraft of the prequels. It ties it all together for me, and it's awesome. And that's why at the end of is it the second season of Mandalorian, Luke does the same thing.
Oh, dude, it's
Luke
so
shows up,
cathartic.
And he comes down that hallway just like Vader does in Rogue One.
Killing those dark troopers.
That's awesome.
I
that's
enjoy.
Oh yeah.
I so enjoy watching fan reaction videos to the first time they.
When you see that X-wing.
Yeah, you're like, no way.
You're like,
Bro, I got that spoiled. Because I was a couple days behind, and I'm very rarely am I so excited about some kind of new thing coming out, especially from the Devil Mouse. He was so sweet once upon a time.
You got to wear your purity rings. It's from South Park.
Where's my money?
When he's beating up the Jonas Brothers?
Give me my goddamn money. Yes.
He walks in. You got to wear the purity rings so we can sell.
Bro, when he goes to China with Randy,
yeah, and they have
and the pangolin. Anyway, holy cow! I just completely derailed myself. Oh, so I heard, I got it spoiled through like people just couldn't everybody was so excited when Luke showed up. So I knew before I watched it that he was in there and that it was positive.
Yeah. It's what we all needed after Last Jedi, man.
Yeah.
That was, dude, they did that for the fans. And watching fans' reactions to that, man, I was like, man, I'm glad that other people recorded their reactions because I'm like, it was cathartic, man. Because I came out of that movie shell-shocked, and that's to bring it back to the thing. I mean, I understand that you have to tell them what we were gonna call this.
Yeah. So Gabe and I were talking, and I was conveying my antipathy towards the sequel trilogy, and I was telling him how it was the last movie that we saw mostly as a family. I think you guys weren't there for it, but BJ, Julie, our eldest brother and his family, and I don't think Cameron was there. I don't think our little brother
Last
was there.
Jedi?
Yeah,
Last Jedi.
when we went to see the Last Jedi in the theaters in November of 2017, whenever it came out in 2017, it was the winter, I think, and Mom was there, and then I like to say that
It's the last movie you saw with her, isn't it?
well, first of all, when we came out of that theater, and we all get along, we enjoy being together because we're not together a lot.
Yeah.
When we all came out of that theater, we just no one looked at each other, and no one said anything until we got to the parking lot. I mean, it was like we had just witnessed, a crime.
We did.
We did.
We did.
We witnessed. It really was like that South Park episode where the boys go to watch the new Indiana Jones movie, and it's all it is that scene of George Lucas and Steven Spielberg having their way with Indiana Jones over the pinball machine. It's basically what we watched with Luke Skywalker. The R-ing of Luke Skywalker.
Except worse.
Except way worse. So no one said anything. It was awful. We all hated it. We all came out, just shell-shocked, 1,000-yard stare, no one making any eye contact. And then 5 months later, Mom died of cancer. So I like to say that The Last Jedi killed my mom.
And that's the clip. I can't believe you didn't tell that to Nick, dude.
We got lives, Gabe. I don't know what to tell you, dude. He's busy,
Episode 1.
I'm
What's it called?
sleepy.
What is episode called?
The
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace. So when the Phantom Menace came out, we saw it in the theater. I remember walking out of the theater feeling the same way.
Yeah.
After 17 years of nothing, desert. Right?
Yeah.
The dark
Spaceballs.
The dark times.
As John Bernardo pointed out,
Oh, yeah.
Spaceballs, and it said, his number. Dude, Spaceballs was we
Yeah, let's
watched
talk
it
Spaceballs.
obsessively.
Spaceballs is more Star Wars than the sequel trilogy.
It is. And it's
Yogurt.
all bad.
Yogurt has more claim to being in a galaxy far, far away than Ray Palpatine.
Mhm.
And the other two guys that I can't even remember their names because it's not worth remembering.
I've lost them.
Indisputably John Candy's greatest cinematic role.
I'm my own best friend.
I'm sorry, it's got a mind of its own.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He ate himself to death.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. You're getting a little fuzzy here. Wait, when they're on the phone with.
Dude, when they have the brother in the sand with a pick, they're out there with a comb and he's got a pick.
Man, wait, and he's got an afro pick. Hey, what? He said to comb the desert. We're combing the desert. What about
They're all
you guys?
a-holes.
We ain't found. Beep.
So I see your Schwartz is as big as
Big as mine.
Now let's-
We've gone played. We passed him. What's this? This is now. Now? No, that was then. This is now. When will then be now? Soon. Dude, that is
nice design.
Mel Brooks.
Dude,
Frau Brucha.
I could probably quote that whole movie. We've watched that movie so many times at Classic Recording
Oh man.
in the lounge, because at Classic Recording we would go there with our dad during the summers when Nick would come into town.
He's working 12, 14 hours.
Yeah, and we were at the studio the whole day, which probably just allowed Mom to take a nap, And they only had like 3 movies. They had
They're all VHS.
Yeah, they had Spaceballs, Who's Harry Crumb, and The Princess Bride. And we would watch Spaceballs all the time. Like, people are watching this who may not you may not know if you're like 30 or under, but like there really was a time when like no one knew what Star Wars, like no one remembered Star Wars.
There's some people that only know Star Wars because they watched the parody Spaceballs first.
Yeah.
That's weird to think about.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think Mom used to talk about us seeing Spaceballs in the theater.
Did we?
I think so. And because I remember she like regretted letting me watch it in the theater because I was like
that.
4.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, we did see it. You know what? I remember we actually saw it in Cleveland.
Really?
In Cleveland, Tennessee.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
it's a theater that's kind of near the downtown area. It's ratty old theater.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 2 screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing Spaceballs.
Oh,
in
that's
the theater,
awesome.
yeah.
I didn't know that. We were
Yeah.
probably down there visiting Dad's mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a miserable
Crazy.
trip that was
Yeah,
every
it was
time we had to take it.
I know. I know.
Oh well, such is life. Yeah. So yeah. The last Jedi killed my mom.
The movies in between the movies. Solo. Rogue
Yeah.
One. Am I missing any?
No, I think that's it. Because basically after Last Jedi, the fans. So I remember being. I didn't watch Solo in the theater. After what happened with Last Jedi, I was beyond. I can't even. I don't know the word. I need to go to a dictionary or thesaurus because it's like, no, I wasn't offended. I wasn't disgusted. It's like if you can take offended, infuriated, disgusted, repugnant,
It was like a
repulsed,
form of contempt.
beyond.
Detest.
What's beyond contempt?
Anathema. It was anathema.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It was a blasphemy.
why George Lucas, after 17 years, everyone was excited about Star Wars instead of giving fans what they had been missing. He wanted to say, I'm going to give them something new.
Oh my gosh.
No, we don't want something
No.
new. We want what we've been missing for 17 years.
Yeah, the biggest mistake that George Lucas made was doing the prequels because no one cared. The story doesn't matter, and he butchered it
Yeah.
because he couldn't help himself.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't
It was
just
gratuitous computer.
that
garbage.
too, but like from the story perspective, he just couldn't match what he wanted to do with what had already been established in the dialogue in the original trilogy. So like what he should have done, it was like somewhere we'll tap into an alternate universe hopefully where
He
they did
had
this.
the budget.
He had all the money in the world. He should, and everybody was still young enough. They should have made the Heir to the Empire series.
100%.
Oh my God.
100%, man. We all wanted to see Master Luke, Ben, and what was Ben's twin sister?
Jade.
Actually, Jada and Jaden.
Jada.
Jason.
Jade, twins.
Yeah, because Ben was actually Luke's son.
Oh yeah, Luke and Mara. Jade.
But yeah, dude.
And
Like
George.
we wanted to see Mara Jade. We want like that is what we should.
Thrawn.
Yes, Thrawn.
Yeah.
The Emperor's clones.
Now,
Not
aren't they,
what.
they're making one though, right? Aren't
They
making
are.
a series.
They
Well,
yeah.
this is the problem. Unlike some, the fandom. I tell you, man. Like the Last Jedi broke the fandom, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
Obama broke the country. Or maybe 9/11 did it. No, it wasn't. I won't put that on 9/11.
Even
Though it was,
You know,
9/11.
even though the government did it.
paint the White House in rainbow colors.
Yeah. But The Last Jedi really broke the fandom because I have friends of mine, and I'm glad that they're excited for Ahsoka, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, so they're basically going to do Heir to the Empire with Ahsoka, not Luke.
Oh, really? Because of the whole Rebels TV show thing, and her buddy got taken in with Thrawn. Yeah, okay. So
That's what it's looking like, and
they're gonna gyno that one up too, huh?
well, look at all the characters, all the heroes in the show are females,
Yeah.
of course they are.
and of course the villain is a white man.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I want to be excited, but I haven't watched one episode of Mando season 3.
Oh yeah, it's all right. It's one of those, again, you can like take it or leave it. You know, that's the great thing about Star Wars. I can literally say to anybody, no, that's not part of the story. Like you can, the best thing about Mandalorian, here's how they screwed it up. The best thing about Mandalorian is literally to just tell yourself that the story ends at season 2.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like you can, and like they missed such a golden opportunity because they had the Mandalorian, you know, 2 seasons of that, and then it ends with the most cathartic moment in Star Wars since Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they
Since
have
he takes his father's helmet off. And sees
oh
his
god,
face.
it's so awesome. And then they
Yeah.
have the Book of Boba Fett, which like I know, you know, it's not my, you know, I get
It started off cool. It started off like, oh, this might be kind of interesting, and then I'm like, wait, when is Boba actually going to do anything? Is
It's a
Boba
mixed
going to,
Yeah.
But what they should have,
especially the Power Ranger episode?
oh, dude, yeah, that was rough. Yeah.
Go Power Cyborgs!
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
are so gay.
On their 15-minute city scooters, you know, and their little
Go City Scoobers!
Little hover Vespas.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I got to read a couple of comments here.
It's a hybrid.
Chris Cap says, I collected all the Star Wars ships, but always
Nice.
wished Space released the van ship. Dude,
Oh, the Eagle 5.
yeah, every
The
time I see
Winnebago
a
with
Winnebago, yeah, every time I get into a camper, I was
Yeah.
doing that as a kid. I was thinking, this would make a cool spaceship.
It's a Winnebago with wings. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that reminds me of what was the name of that movie where the plot of the movie was this group of friends trying to get their friend who has cancer to George
Oh, yeah.
Lucas's house to see the Phantom Menace because he's gonna die before it comes out.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but I remember hearing about it. It was
Yeah,
like
it-
one of the first like fan films around the.
Well,
prequel.
it was a legit like it wasn't a big Hollywood film, but it was a Hollywood film. It had that guy that I think he was gonna be like the next Jack Black, and he must have pissed somebody off. He did that ping pong movie that had Christopher Walken in it.
I don't know.
I can't. Anyway, no, not ball. Maybe it was Balls of Fury.
No, that's a ping pong movie. Yeah, Balls of Fury.
Yeah. So that guy was in that. He was, I don't know. Yeah, but it's funny because they're in a van and it's very reminiscent of Spaceballs. It's like it's like a hybrid between Millennium Falcon and Spaceballs, and I think they even make some jokes about it and just like, yeah. I saw that either during chemo or right like shortly after coming out of it, and I was like, even though I hadn't cooled off of being pissed off at George for Jar Jar, that actually might have been the film that kind of put it in perspective, you know?
It's funny in season 3 of Mando they bring
Spoiler alert.
they bring Ahmed Best back for a cameo as a Jedi, and he's
I heard
like-
about that.
Yeah, and it's a cool scene. Like he helps Baby Yoda escape.
Ahmed Best.
He's the guy who played Jar
Yeah,
Jar.
he's Jar Jar.
Oh,
So like he comes back and he's like the super cool Jedi. It's like a total, you know, like redemptive fan service for the prequel fans and for him because he, you know, got such a bad rap.
Fanboys. Brandon the Zealot. Score
And,
one.
And like it's a really cool scene because it's this like desperate escape that he's helping, you know, facilitate. But the whole time he's just got this face that I just want to beat into a pulp. Like I don't care. Just-
you know, it says I'm a 70s child, so I got to see my first Star Wars at the drive-in.
That
That's
is
really
awesome.
cool.
Lucky.
Born in
Lucky.
1970, January of 1978. My mom saw it when she was pregnant with me.
yeah, that's right.
So technically,
I heard it. I was there and I heard it.
They got the original audiobook version of
Yeah.
the radio play.
I better not listen to the audiobook.
actually, it was John. Who's the really tall guy from Buckaroo Banzai? John Lithgow was actually the radio voice for Yoda.
Oh,
Random Star Wars fact.
Wow.
nice.
Deep nerddom right there.
Yeah, but see, that's I cannot disagree with Jonathan on the prequels as far as their story, because there was a bunch of stuff. It was and I can't remember who it was. If it was, what's the short comedian guy? He was the voice of the rat in Ratatouille.
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt. Yeah, he was funny before he went really libturderific.
Mhm.
But I can't remember if it was him or somebody like him that was talking about. It's like, you like Star Wars? Yeah. You like Boba Fett? Yeah. You want to see what Boba Fett was like when he was a kid? You know, it's like, you like Star Wars? Yeah. Do you like Darth Vader? Yeah. You want to see what he was like when he was a kid? And like that was the whole, you know, a lot of people's beef with the prequels. But I think there's some good. I've heard of some fan edits out there that really tighten them up and kind of trim the fat. And I've actually done that with Phantom Menace, and I'm like, you know, this ain't as bad as I remember it, because I remember coming out of the theater and I was like, dude, this would have been awesome if it hadn't been for that Jar Jar and all the politics. But now, being older and appreciating, I feel like I'm watching CNN and Fox News when I watch these movies now. I'm like, wait a minute, is this prophetic?
Yeah.
He's playing both sides against the middle. So you're saying Palpatine's the I mean, like, I'm turning into a total conspiracy bro watching these movies. Like, wait a minute, is this predictive programming? Is George one of the Illuminati?
Hey,
that's why they gave him the Kenner toy deal.
Gabe, Chris Cap says, I'm telling you, Samuel Jackson should have voiced Jar Jar Binks. Can you do a Samuel L. Jackson impersonation?
Not without cursing. How do you do Sam Jackson without, I mean, using that word that is every other word that he uses? And he's an artist with it.
Well, you got to have one of these buttons.
Oh, you know, I do, but I can't turn it on because you'll hear an echo. Yeah.
These
I'm getting these goddamn clones.
Mother planet.
Get these goddamn droids, battle droids, off my goddamn planet. Give me a purple lightsaber because I like purple drink.
Purple drink.
Drink.
Yeah.
Give me some apple drink. It's green. Good old Chappelle.
I was 7 in 1977 and watched it at the cinema whilst on holiday.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Man.
Dude, there was a documentary that was made. I wish I could remember the name of it. It was on VHS, and my best friend growing up, Jason Young, and I used to rent it all the time. And it showed like all the Star Wars premieres from around the world, you know, and like it's just like one of the coolest time capsule things. Joanna down there, Joanna Breeze also said she was a teenager when it came out. That's like, we're so jealous of that.
I would have
That's
loved
so
to have
cool.
been a teen in the 70s, man.
Yes.
Well,
I think.
mean, what would your view? What would your like perspective of how things are now be, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be tired.
I'd be ready to, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm almost ready to pull the plug and be like, can we just leave? Can we just?
Yeah.
Can we just pull it?
Oh, I woke up again.
Pull the plug.
Right.
I
Masala
got
makes
you,
a good point.
babe.
Well, he says his hot take: Jar Jar and Darth Maul were the only entertainment in Episode 1. You're half right, Brandon. Yeah, Darth Maul was the only cool thing. Well, I mean, Obi-Wan was cool, you know.
Qui-Gon was great, man.
No,
And-
Qui-Gon's an awful character. Just
We needed more of him.
I liked him. I just didn't like his name. I never liked the name Qui-Gon Jinn. I thought it was stupid.
It's such a
I think
useless character. It's such a like needless character.
Yeah, because Yoda is supposed to be
Right.
Obi-Wan's master. Yeah.
It was so dumb, and like they've like done all this cognitive reframing now where like, oh no, he's like a gray Jedi and he's like a Jedi who like doesn't play by the rules. But it's like, okay, but you don't have any like actual like archetypal characters in this story. And like there's a channel that has done like a huge dissection of the prequel trilogy. I can't remember the name of it, but anyways,
Is it Red Letter Media?
Red Letter Media. Yeah, thank you. And it's like 4 years of film school in 3 hours. It's insane, you know. But they're right. Like there are no real like archetypal characters like there were in the original trilogy. Kind of like what they do with the sequel trilogy, where it's like you don't have anyone to really identify with. And I just
Well, the sequel trilogy was way worse.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But at least like Phantom Menace had Darth Maul, and Darth Maul was cool. And it had Duel of the Fates, which was like one of the greatest
Yeah.
songs.
Dude,
Best thing about
dude,
ever
and
made.
and one that he put in there that he brought back in Revenge of the Sith that a lot of people slept on until, I mean, I could do one just on the music, which almost, it really deserves one to just talk about like how Star Wars would not have gotten past that first movie. We wouldn't have gotten Empire or Return of the Jedi had it not been for John Williams' score. I mean, that's a fact, dude. That's a fact. You take that music out of that throne room scene, and it don't work.
Yeah,
It does not work. I mean, imagine Binary Sunset without that French horn, which your dad wrote tremendous French horn stuff.
Yeah. This is
I loved his French horn lines because it was always transposed over to saxophone because most church orchestras didn't have French horns, so he's always put it over the orchestra. And I'm like,
oh, that's cool.
Man, Larry Goss can write some great French horn lines. And I would always say that when I was in symphonic. I was like, dude, he's writing like John Williams. Blessed my soul. But dang it, now I went down that road. But yeah, as far as Qui-Gon, so he was that father figure, man. Like he was that father figure that Anakin needed. And what they did, see, he was actually supposed to show up as a Force ghost in Revenge of the Sith, and they cut that scene. And all we got was the scream of him saying Anakin no at some point. And so there's 2 or 3 things that I can kind of recall off the top of my head that he cut from Revenge of the Sith that would have pulled it all together better and made you, like, if you just watch that one, you're like, wait a minute, who's that? What's this? Oh man, I guess I gotta watch this other thing to figure out.
Yeah. Brandon the Zealot says John Williams is the greatest composer of the 20th century. He's in the top 3 for sure. There's probably, there's Gershwin, there's Copland, and then there's John Williams for sure. For the second half of the 21st century, absolutely.
Yeah, and because I've had some of my contemporaries and peers try to put Hans Zimmer in that same space, and I'm like, Hans Zimmer's great.
He's good.
He's nowhere near. I mean, dude, he is not in the same neighborhood. I don't even think he's in the same zip code as Williams.
No one is.
No
one is.
No, there really isn't.
It's because John Williams has a signature sound.
Yeah. What's his name? Michael Giacchino. He's got some good stuff.
John Horner.
Yeah. Or
James Horner.
Oh, excuse me, James Horner.
Yeah. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. And it's funny. I was just listening to. I was at work, just doing emails or whatever, and every time I'll pull up the Rock soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I will bust out some Rock all the time. It is awesome. That is such a cool underrated movie. But
well, man, we are getting to the end of the stream here.
Yeah, is there any way we can play Jesus Deserves More Than 4 Chords? Is it possible to pull that up, or will that?
Be able to pull that up here.
While you do that, so our Sunday night stream, our standard Goslings interview, the computer crashed, which was super fun.
Yay!
Yeah, we're working on solutions for that, and Gabe, we'll get you the specs you need in order to help us out with that. But I was going to talk about how this would be a perfect occasion to talk about it now. How, like, I spent my whole day Sunday before coming over to do this, researching who would win in a fight, Wolverine or Honey Badger.
Ooh.
It turns out no one knows. Because, like, the Honey Badger or the Wolverine is bigger.
Yeah. And a stronger bite.
It's got a stronger bite force. And I think, it fights larger animals. The Honey Badger has loose, rubbery skin, which I identify with. It will eat anything venomous, including puff adders, and basically have a mild tummy ache, take a nap, and wake up with a hangover, and then be fine.
Oh no, but that's after getting bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It can get bit by cobras, eat the cobra, pass out, kind of have a Fart nap. Oh, okay. Let's go.
Wakes up. Honey badger don't care. And honey badger also has a reversible anal gland.
So does the Wolverine. So in the X-Men comics, the reason they're always joking about Wolverine stinking,
I identified with that.
Oh,
is because actual Wolverines. You know what one of its other names is? The one of the names of the Wolverine is the skunk bear. That's how bad it smells.
I was gonna say stank badger.
Hey, it asks, what's your channel, Gabe?
Yep, I'm copying the link now to
You can put it in the comments.
put it in the comments.
Yeah,
What's
nice.
up, Brendan Mullins?
Oh yeah, Ian Brown, by the way, made the comment that the Heir to the Empire audiobooks are great. That was from a while ago, but I just wanted to, you're absolutely right. If you have never listened to the original, because we read those books when they came out, and like those old audiobooks are those like radio plays that BBC Audio or BBC Radio made were really, really good. Everybody should go listen.
Yes.
Go listen to that before they make some chick lit Heir to the Empire.
All right, I got Gabe's song up here. I'm going to go ahead and play it. Let's see. Let's get this going. There we go. Let's look at it from the side here.
This is not Star Wars, nor as good as Star Wars, but
Gabe, did you ever finish your Star Wars medley?
I am 90% done with the actual audio.
Okay.
And I've filmed, so my daughter wanted to be a part of it. So she is actually singing the Cy Snoodle part. So if you don't know who Cy Snoodle is,
you don't belong.
That is the long-mouthed, like aardvark looking chick singer thing in Jabba's palace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And fun fact, so it turned out I did a little poll and I got a lot of requests for the Ewok song Yub Nub. Apparently, a lot of people were kind of pissed off that Yub Nub got struck from Return of the Jedi Special Edition. I was never over the moon with Yub Nub. I thought it was kind of anticlimactic in comparison to the Throne Room and Empire. I didn't hate it, but I liked the new theme. Do 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 do. Brandon's watching Return of the Jedi right now. Points.
Nice.
But what I realized was Joseph Williams, the son of John Williams. Joseph Williams, for those of you who don't know, is the singing voice of Simba. Okay. He's the lead singer of Toto after Bobby Kimball.
Nice.
So when you hear Pamela, you hear
good pull, by the way. Pamela's awesome.
Yeah, Pamela is probably my favorite Toto song. Mushanga, I Can't Stop Loving You. I can't stop loving you. Time passes quickly. So he's done a lot of cool things. He's the son of John Williams. I sat this close to this dude.
Really?
Yes, I was a driver for a Toto show. I held Steve Lukather's guitar. Anyway, so Joseph Williams wrote Lapti Nek, which is the original song in Jabba's throne room, and he wrote Yub Nub. And both songs got scrubbed in the special edition.
Yep.
And the Jedi Rock song is complete trash.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
That song makes me angry.
Yeah.
Yep. It makes me Hulk out, dude. I mean... Bruce Banner gets a hold of me.
Blasphemy.
Yes.
Well, Gabe, tell us about your song. Tell us about Jesus Deserves More Than Four Chords. What are we about to listen to here?
Yeah, so I released this single 3 weeks ago. It was Resurrection Sunday weekend, Passover, or for the American Christians, Easter. I abhor calling it that. I don't like remembering the resurrection of our Lord and Savior after the name of a Babylonian goddess. I know. I'm one of those guys.
No, you're not alone. Even after Rihanna, my wife, she read Return of the Gods by Jonathan Cahn recently, and now she's like, "Ooh, I don't like calling it Easter anymore."
No, Resurrection Sunday.
That's right.
Passover. That's really all we should call it. Good Friday, even though it, Monday, Thursday. I can't remember what they call Wednesday. But anyway, so that's this song. I actually wrote this pre-COVID.
Okay.
And I sat on this song for that time because it started off as a joke. It started off as like I was just gonna kind of do a little Weird Al, kind of poke fun at how all pop music and church music sounds the same. But specifically, I was writing to Christian music, and then it got serious. So, you know, and when it became serious, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta do this release at the right time. And it's actually been finished recording for like over a year. So after a lot of soul searching, and you know, I did a live stream called Why I Wrote Jesus Deserves More Than 4 Chords. If you want to see the whole story, definitely check that out. And you know, and actually, there's a fun fact I forgot to put in there. I recorded that song in 444 hertz. A is tuned to 444 hertz so that I can touch 4 of the 6 solfeggio tones, the healing tones.
Yeah, that cool. Okay.
That was purposeful.
Okay.
And I interviewed a gentleman today named Steve Reese. His website is called The Calming Harp. This dude has done a study and started correlating the Hebrew letters to frequencies, and he's deciphering what the Psalms actually sounded like based on the chords. And he's like, God wrote the chords in the words. It is freaking mind
That's cool.
blowing, bro. Mind blowing. So, yeah, you know, modern day music, you know, to kind of tie it to the Star Wars John Williams thing, the reason these soundtracks stick out is because all our music today is disposable. Even in film, they don't want motifs anymore. I mean, if you watch even the blockbusters, like watch the Avengers films, the only thing you know is Alan Silvestri's, you know, that big Avengers moment, the Avengers theme. But if you think of Iron Man, you think of Captain America, they don't have any themes anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's purposeful, man. Like they've sucked the creativity out of art. That's why the sequels, the you know, like movies, books, music. Honestly, man, it's a time for us that we can step out and really start changing the world because people are looking for authentic, you know, and now we have AI making books and making music, dude. So there's a lot of room for us to kind of step up and do something. And that's what that's kind of the heart behind the song. And, you know, I spent a fair amount of money, had a amazing young videographer who's a strong believer, anointed man of God. He came and shot the music video. We shot it in the studio that I'm building, By Faith Studio, and yeah, so
Very cool.
it's a cool tune.
All right, here we go. Let's hear it.
Uh-oh.
There's something on my heart I've gotta share with you. It's been a long time coming, quite overdue. It's time to sing to the Lord and bring something new. Not the replicated tunes that we're used to. Copy and paste it, Lord, play the song and fun. Jesus deserves more than 4 chords. We want to glorify you in every color in the universe. You deserve so much more. The splendor to me is much more than 4 chords. splendor constantly set evil and submitted on our mind. We glorify and magnify and legend of the mighty name of who you are can't be portrayed in careless ways. Jesus deserves more than 4 chords. I wanna glorify you with every color in the universe. You deserve so much more. Wonderful Counselor, victorious risen Savior. You deserve so much more than 4 chords.
Man, I love the way you land that. That is so awesome. Well done, sir.
All glory and praise to the Lord.
That's awesome. Hope everyone enjoyed that that's watching live tonight. Gabe, any last words before we do our outros?
I wish I could play you. So I left the session open, but you would. I don't know if it would put echo in the stream or if it would just be echo for your playback. So I left the session open for like the Star Wars medley that I'm working on.
Mm.
And I think I can share. Yeah, I can share my screen. Let me do.
This is the Illuminati after party. We're all about taking risks here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. So I'm gonna unmute the audio where I can send you my audio from my computer because I just shared my screen.
All
Let me just play you a little bit. So my daughter is, and this isn't mixed. So I haven't started mixing the voices. It's not. I think I still have to put some brass in it, but it's like I said, like 90% of the way done.
All right.
And yeah, this is. It actually it's on the one. It gets me excited, but it also makes me a little mad because they better than Metallica new songs. I think Jonathan's going to fight you on that one, brother. Yes, that's my Star Wars name, Mom. It's actually supposed to be Bien Gello, but we went with Gabriel Bello. Sounds kind of gay. I regret that decision now. All right, so let me just play you guys a little bit of this. Here we go. That's my daughter singing.
Love it.
This song is so stinking alien and funky. So, yeah, and then it goes into a bunch of other stuff. I mean, it is, for Star Wars fans, it is 4 minutes of your childhood in musical greatness that you will just so enjoy. I cannot tell you how much you're going to enjoy hearing Yub Nub. I have Joseph Williams versions of Lop. So that's like the original Lop Neck. It also has Joseph Williams version and 2 different versions of Lop Neck in 4 minutes, dude. And a couple other little surprises that so if you watched my live stream last night, it was, yeah.
That's awesome. It's gonna be fun, man.
Definitely not
Gabe?
Star Wars.
Oh wait a minute. We're echoing.
We have
Hold up, and it's gone.
Is it gone? It's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Mike.
So Gabe, favorite Star Wars movie and favorite Star Wars character, not Luke or Han or Leia.
Ooh, son. Okay, I was gonna go with Luke, but
Yeah, I know. We're all big Luke fans because we're all basically paladins here.
yes, yeah, 100%, dude, 100%. Okay, it's definitely Jedi. The original version, not the special edition versions of the Blu-ray versions, or the untouched with Lapti neck. And no Vader, no. That Vader, no, he added pisses me off at the when he.
We know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So favorite character.
Favorite character that's not Luke, Han, or Leia?
Yeah.
Does it have to be from the favorite film?
No. It could be from any of them.
Can it be from any of the television shows?
No. Cinema only.
Cinema only. Okay.
Cinema only. Yeah, that's tough because on one hand I want to go with.
Shut up, Hooker. It's Max Rebo and you know it. There's a deep cut.
You know, I was thinking about doing today.
Dude, I still got the toy.
Instead of doing Across the Stars, so I did a little short just so I could get something up because I'm like, I don't think there's going to be any way I can finish this film, finish this cover today. And I started thinking about I'm programming this, recording this. And I'm like, I'm watching the video with my daughter because we're trying to pick out these alien lyrics, this gibberish. Mm-hmm. Which you'd think for the Pentecostal, we'd just be able to pick it right up. Come on.
You would think.
Yeah, but little Christian joke there for my Pentecostal charismatic friends. And I'm watching the puppet of Max Rebo. Mm-hmm. Let me see if the camera will get low
He's
enough.
Just mashing those fingers with his sausage digits.
And I was like, what Max Rebo is actually playing in Lapti neck?
Yeah.
I was gonna do that, and it was just gonna be like elephant sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard because you got Wedge. I really like Wedge, man. I know he's kind of a side character, but I mean, dude,
protagonist
it can be anybody from the movies.
I mean, mine's Vader.
That's okay. Yeah. I'm kind of Vader, but Palpatine is also. He stole the show in Jedi. I mean, it's like it's Luke and Han and all this stuff, and then he starts dropping some lines, and you're like, "You have done well, Lord Vader. Soon he will come to you, and you will bring him before me." I wonder if your feelings are clear on this, Lord Vader. I mean, dude, Ian McDiarmid, man. But I like the character. I don't like the character, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Yeah. This is difficult, dude. Hold up. Let me search the annals of not the annals, the annals.
Please.
Yeah.
Actually,
Don't get those prayer beads out.
Yeah.
Illuminati Afterparty, Illuminati Afterparty. I can be kind of funny.
Do it in the butt. What? In the butt.
What? In the butt.
I'll show you power. Not that hard.
Next week, Brian Kadawa.
So, as far as story, Vader, as far as quotes, acting, Palpatine.
Okay.
But I tell you one that he doesn't do much in the actual movies, but in the games and some of the other stuff, Plo Koon. Plo Koon. And now they changed his lightsaber color. He was the only Jedi Master. He's on the council. He's the one that looks like a Predator. He died in his A-Wing fighter. Mm-hmm. The clones got him in Order 66. He was the only one that had an orange saber, and he was obviously a light side user, and he could do the lightning, and it was called Electric Judgment. So he, like Mace Windu, the reason his blade was purple. I'm getting super deep in the nerd stuff.
No, we don't care. No,
because he could tap into the dark side.
We don't care. Doesn't matter. Stop.
Well, I'm saying like Plo Koon could also do that, so he could do the lightning attack. He never did it in like the cartoons and stuff, but he did it in the game, and it was awesome. And I was like, he should have let him do some stuff in the at least Revenge of the Sith.
Give him something.
Let him pull out, orange, it's an orange sickle lightsaber, and let him fight some clone troopers. Come on, man, something.
Yep. His sherbet sickle. Sherbet.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Which was your favorite?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, but which movie?
Empire.
Empire, yeah.
Vader and Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, 100.
And then after him, Obi-Wan. The old Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good choice. Yeah. Yeah, that duel in Empire, man. That's the best all-around lightsaber fight in the entire series because it's visually, it's choreographed well.
And Luke is such a noob.
Yeah, but the story
He's a whiff in it.
undergirding, the drama undergirding it is
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Every line Vader says from the time that he enters the carbonite is gold.
Yeah. Iconic. All of it.
Oh my gosh, man. And what is it he says when he walks in? He's like, the Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet. Dude. Mm-hmm. And then they ignite. Dude. God. That is some good right there, man.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Yeah.
And what about you, Jonathan?
Return of the Jedi and Wedge Antilles. Return of the Jedi had one of the greatest shots in cinema history when they're assaulting the core of the Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then they Lando and Wedge are the only two left. And then there's the intro shot where they first come into the chamber where the reactor is.
Yes.
But then there's this other like super evocative kinetic moment where after they blow it up, the Millennium Falcon is coming out, and all of a sudden it like hits the corridor. It just like it hits the corridor, and it's like smacking shot where all of a sudden it goes from this down to just boom down to this tight shot with the flames behind it, and it's just that whole like the whole last 30 minutes, the whole third act of that movie is just awesome. Perfection.
Bro.
I mean, even with the Wookiees, and I love Wedge because Wedge.
You mean the Ewoks?
Or the Ewoks. Sorry, the half Wookiees.
The midget Wookiees.
Yeah, the midget Wookiees. Yeah,
the cookie Wookiees.
The Keebler Wookiees.
Nice. Yeah.
Listen, it is now it's not PC to call them that anymore. Now we call them little Wookiees.
Yeah.
We don't call them midgets. We call them little Wookiees.
Yeah.
Mini Wookiees.
Dwarf Wookiees. I want big Wookiees. Little Wookiees.
They identify as build Wookiees.
The Lego Wookiees.
My pronouns are Teddy.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved Wedge though. Wedge was he had no force powers, and he killed it every time, and he survived all 3 movies. Yep. That's cool.
Yeah, like
dude.
But you can't pick Solo.
Right.
Dude, 100%, man. Like that's why, like it's like Wedge was in the running for me because.
Yeah, Wedge is awesome. Plus, he married a Twi'lek, so that's cool. Good for you, Wedge.
Dude, and I love it. Like when they're in the reactor, he's like, make sure you hit the one on the South Tower.
Already
he's like,
on my way out,
dude. he's like, make sure you hit the one on the South Tower. He's like, already on my way out, dude. He's
got it. I'm the master. They're headed for the medical frigate, and Obi-Wan Kenobi is his nephew.
Yes, in real life.
McGregor.
Oh no kidding.
Yep, Ewan McGregor is
Dennis
Wedge's
nephew.
How about that?
Yes.
Cool.
I have to share one of my best Star Wars memories, and
you have to do it in 30 seconds because Nick has to pee like nobody's business.
It's gonna be fast. Okay, it's gonna be really fast.
I'm watching his eyeballs float.
And it's a prequel.
Okay.
I saw Attack of the Clones opening night. I was 21 years old, Concord, near the mall, which is like it's one of the state attractions. Packed theater, man. I'm telling you, not one empty seat.
Yeah.
When Yoda walked out at the end to face Dooku,
Oh yeah.
the theater went ape turds.
Really?
Well, because we'd never seen him fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that was they're just doing their little force off.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when Dooku ignited and Yoda opened his cloak and his lightsaber flew into his hand,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't hear anything. Like, the theater didn't stop screaming for a full 3 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Like, that scene, I know people talk, it was ridiculous and this. I'm like, bro, if you'd have been in that theater, you'd have a completely different perspective on that, because every time I see that scene, I'm taken back to that. Like, it was
Yeah, that's a big
freaking
moment.
magic, man. Like, that is what made opening nights. Like, I wish I would have gone to opening night for Avengers Endgame just to hear On Your Right. Because, dude, when Cap had the hammer and when everybody started popping off, dude, those reactions were just people. It's like, that's the magic that Hollywood used to have that they ain't got no more. They ain't got that magic no more.
The heroic catharsis that you need in movies.
We do.
Awesome. All right, Gabe, we're going to do our outros. This was awesome, man. Thank you. This was fun.
Always a pleasure. Love being with my brothers.
Yeah, always love having you on, buddy.
Thanks for joining us for our May the 4th. And May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
And also with you.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Because it's a religion now.
I was just going to say, because it's a religion now. All right, man. We love you. Hope you have a great night.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you later.
Lessons.
Gabe Bello, everybody.
Gabriel Bello Music. Check him out on YouTube. Google him. He is awesome. He is a really good friend of the channel and an awesome dude. How
Yeah.
cool is Gabe?
Yeah, he's
Gabe is
fun.
always tons of fun.
Yeah.
So we have to pee like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So we're gonna burn through these.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Sorry.
through my outro real quick. First of all, I want to give a shout out to our Spartan level patron, Gus Hog Lifts.
Yeah.
You got to go over to his Instagram page. Go to @GossHogLifts for fitness content that inspires young Christian men, to reclaim their identity and purpose in a generation of darkness.
Nice.
Go over to @GossHogLifts. We appreciate his patrons. And without further ado, want to give a shout out to our Pressfield level patrons, Joanna B, who was on the chat tonight,
Yeah.
and Lisa S. We love you guys. Thank you for your support. Hemingway level patrons, Tim S, Jody S, American Cars, who joined us tonight as well.
Yeah, good to see you, buddy.
First batch of Orwell level patrons, Courtney B, Bob, Margaret, Julie C, Bruta Lee, Susanna, Bay, Joshua, Lenka, Lanya, Melissa, Vicky, Kelly, Marcia. And the backbone, Jabber, Charmaine, Jerry, Marcia, Cheryl, Chris Caps, also in the chat tonight, Karen B, Canine Training, Mama Shaw, Cascadian Breeze, the one and only Gabe Bello Music, Mike Fisher, love you, man, Carol J, Jamie J, Sean E, Sonny, Michelle, Charlotte, and I did it before the music ran out. How about that?
Nice.
Yeah, nailed it. We love you guys. I hope you have a good night. We'll see you on Sunday when we're going to be playing for you the first part of our interview with Gary Wayne
Oh yeah.
this Sunday, which is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, we talked to Gary Wayne forever, so we're probably gonna break that up into two.
Yeah. You'll get to see the whole unedited thing if you go to patreon.com/the Gosslings, become a patron. There are multiple levels. We would love your support. Head on over there, and I guess without further ado,
Wait, hang on.
I'm TK421.
and I'm Nick. I'm Dad Boddick Skywalker.
And may the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Oh, what a world, what a world, what a world.
I love you guys. We'll see you on Sunday.